6 AM, no sun yet. Just me and a shy street cat that I see for the first time. This is made for APS-C format. You can use it for Sony, Nikon, Fuji, right now in 2025. This is not a macro lens and this is not a telephoto lens, but for sure you can use it to take great pictures of your cats and dogs. And you can also do macro photography using a very cheap accessory, as you will see later. Only 170 grams, around 64 mm long and 55 mm large. It's mostly in plastic except for the mount, and in the mount there is a USB-C port for firmware updates. No sealing gasket and not much controls except for that focusing ring, which is large and smooth and works electronically. The filter thread is 52 mm. Inside there are 12 elements in 10 groups and 9 aperture blades. I like this lens for many reasons. It is cheap. The official price is around $175 US. I got it for a lot cheaper on sale for 6,500 Filipino pesos. It is lightweight, it is quite small, it is fast with an aperture of f1.7, and this is super sharp. So those are very good features if you ask me. This is what you get on a cloudy day at f1.7 with a distant background. If you are an indoor vlogger, this is again at f1.7 at different distances. I had to eat this cheesecake for the demonstration. This is at minimum focus distance, which is 30 centimeters at f1.7. The aperture is f4.5 with this one, and here f11. The autofocus works well, and I never heard anything until I paid more attention for the purpose of this video. You can hear some discrete clicks sometimes from the elements moving inside. I made a ugly shot this time. You can see the vignette at f1.7. A lot of it is gone at f2.8. In the middle it's always sharp. At f16 it's a bit softer. In the corners it's less sharp but good enough for me, and always a bit darker. Again at f16 it's a bit softer, which is perfectly normal and not too bad. I went to 3 places to test this lens with my A6700. This is Canigaran at the end of the road southeast of Puerto Princesa. I did a bit of landscape so you can appreciate the field of view of a 25mm on a Sony cropped sensor, which is the equivalent of 37.5mm on a full frame. My two favorite, here I am at f1.7, and the only thing that is visibly not in focus is the foreground element, which I like. And this one is my top favorite. The boat is cool, the colors are nice. Let me know which one you prefer or why you don't like them, and like and subscribe. Let's check for chromatic aberrations since we are here at f1.7, and not much to see here. I came back the next day, the tide was okay but still too high. This time I put a filter, an ND1000 on the lens, and it was fun because I had no idea what I was doing with my new Sony, while the tide was going up, so I had to act fast. The camera gave me a shutter speed of 30 seconds maximum. After 4 tries, my shoes went wet and I got that photo. The next morning I went to a more public place. There are new rules in the Philippines since a few weeks because of a Russian-American vlogger. He is now in jail for at least 1 year, up to 24 years for disrupting behavior. So you will not see any more Filipino faces in my videos, unless I have a signed agreement notarized and approved by the municipality. This is called Baywalk Park, and I came 3 times early morning to take many photos for this video, and here are a few that I like.
She doesn't breathe, she doesn't leave when she's with you. She scratches red and cuts too deep, there's nothing left to do. The world inside she sees is all in black, trapped inside a box. The world inside she sees is always gray, trapped inside a box. The world inside where light never comes in, trapped inside a box. Distant again, trying to get closer to you. You always go back to the place of black and blue. So run away now if you can and take my hand. It's pretty crazy when you wanna be with him again. The world inside she sees is all in black, trapped inside a box. The world inside she sees is always gray, trapped inside a box. The world inside where light never comes in, trapped inside a box. Trapped inside a box.
And finally, I went to one of the small ports south of the city. And I was surprised to see that they are making Puerto Princesa bigger. I felt very much alone, and that was cool. I took a few photos. Simple, quite minimalist, with a cool sky. I like the grey, the mix of blues and orange in the middle, and the tiny cute subject. Rocks in the foreground with a tormented sky. Jumping dolphins would have been better for the middle ground. There were a few habitations in the middle of this new large surface, probably where the workers live. This was all only ocean 5 years ago. Take note that this lens doesn't have image stabilization. Here I use only the stabilization of my R7, which is fine. On the way home I shot a few more street dogs, all very shy, different kind of dogs actually. And one that I could approach closely because we know each other. She survived her best in the street where I used to live before. I tried a selfie but I forgot about the back button focus. This is so light. I'm glad I bought that lens. It will be very useful both for photography and videography. And as I said, you can absolutely do macro photography with that lens. You just have to add 20mm of extension tubes between the lens and the camera. That will give you approximately a ratio of magnification of 1:1. And if you want to see some example of macro photography that I took recently, just click on this video. And that's it. Bye!